Hello and welcome to the first in a series of tutorial videos for Excel. In this tutorial, we will be going over how to consolidate data, organize it, add in a descriptor, use the data validation tool, and a shortcut to be able to categorize your data as well. This is Clay Wilderman.
This is Chaz Foreman.
Lucas Calendar.
And we'll be helping you through this Kennesaw State University discount roster. So if you look on the A column, you can see that I've already put in all of our team names. Now these are the team members for the Kennesaw State University cycling team. And the company that helps sponsor the team, they give us discounts on bicycles and other parts and accessories, is the store Free Flight. So we wanted to make a roster list to be able to tell them the team name of the rider, the discipline that they ride in, either road, mountain, or both, the classification as to whether they are a club or a mountain racer or a road racer, and the discount level that they get. And there are 29 team members that we are currently in, all the way down to the bottom. So the first thing we want to do is actually organize these in alphabetical order. So we're going to select this entire column all the way down, right click, sort, and we want to sort it from A to Z. And expand the selection. You can see that our entire A column is now in ABC order all the way down. The next step we want to complete is to assign a discipline to each of these rider names. To make that easier, we're going to install a drop-down menu with the 3 or 2 disciplines that we are going to have assigned to each of these riders. To do that, we are going to add the selectors over here. The first one will be mountain riders, road riders, and the combination mountain and road. Now we're going to select the first cell that we want to add this drop-down menu in. Go over to our data tab and select data validations drop-down menu. Once you select data validation, you will be presented with this dialog box. Select the drop-down menu and allow, and select list. Next, you want to have the source that you're going to be pulling this drop-down menu from. Select these 4 cells and press OK. You'll see a drop-down menu appear right here. So Aaron, for instance, he is a mountain and a road cyclist. So we can select this. In order to allow this drop-down menu to be applied all the way down the line, we're going to click the bottom right box, drag, and release. And that should allow each cell to have this drop-down menu. The next step is adding a similar drop-down menu in the classification column C. To do that, we're going to add in our fields off to the right. We have club and a racer status. Now we're going to go back to our data tab, data validation. After selecting the first drop-down menu cell, validation, list, source, top 3. And apply. There you go. Now we click our drop-down menu and we can select either club or racer for Aaron. So Aaron is a racer. Now to get this drop-down menu to go down to the entire column, we're going to drag the bottom all the way down, release, and press enter. Now we have our drop-down menus for each classification. For the sake of time, I've selected all of our disciplines in the column B, and we're going to move on to column C and D now. For this right here, we want to know our discount level that Aaron Denning is going to get. We know he's a road and a mountain rider, and he's a racer in classification, which means we know he's going to get a 25% discount at Free Flight. Now, if he was a club rider, we would get 15%. However, Aaron's a racer. So we want to enter in a formula here so we don't have to type in 15% or 20% per each rider. We want it to be attributed to this column C. What we're going to do is enter in our formula =, an if formula. Now what we want to do is select an anchor to the C column by inserting a $, and we want it to pull from column and cell C3. Now, if that cell is a racer, we want it to be a 25% discount. So we will put in quotations, racer, so if that column is a racer, they will receive a 25% discount. If they are not a racer, doesn't matter if they're a club, if they are not a racer, they will receive 15% discount. And we will end the parentheses here. Now, this should leave 25% in this column. Perfect. For the sake of time, I've gone back through and edited all of our classifications for each of these riders. So now everyone has a discipline and a classification. Now we already have our formula in here. That is the if formula. So a racer will receive 25%, a non-racer will receive 15%. The easiest way to do that, all the way down to the bottom of all of our 29 racers, is to go to the bottom right and double click. And that should populate every single rider. So now even down an 18, Kevin Barrett, who's a road cyclist and club level, will receive 15%, and Jeremy Carpenter, who's a mountain racer, will receive 25%, as is per our formula. Now the last thing I would like to do with this data is to be able to categorize things and only see certain either classifications or disciplines. The easiest way to do that is to actually come up to the top column right here, and as a keyboard shortcut for more drop-down selectors, it is Control-Shift-L, and on a Mac it'll be Command-Shift-L. Now that just dropped a drop-down list in each of these columns. Now if I select one, for instance discount level, I'll be presented with either select all, 15 or 25. I'm going to deselect the select all, and I only want to see what the racers are going to get. So I can select 25%. Now that just categorizes it so I can see all Kennesaw State Cycling Team racers who receive a 25% discount. Now, let's say I want to go even further, and I only want the mountain team. So I can go over to Discipline, get rid of Select All, and I only want to see the mountain racers. Select OK. And now we have a list of Brendan, Connor, Eli, Evan, Jeremy, and Tyler, who are our, highlight, 6 mountain racers who will receive a 25% discount. Now you can tell that each one of these has been selected with this little notification in the bottom left. You go to here, go back to Select All, OK, back to Select All, and OK, and you'll have your full list again. Thank you again for joining us on this Excel tutorial on how to better consolidate, enter, and use the data validation tool for a roster or any type of list you may have. Use more drop-downs and a couple shortcuts along the way. Thank you again, and we'll see you next time. This is Clay Wilderman,
Chaz Moorman,
and Lucas Kelman.